Hey, what's going on? I got a quick video for you tonight on the, I say night because I'm sitting here in my garage and it's nighttime. It's nice and quiet. I am going to show you tonight how to play videos or movies from your phone. Also works with your iPad up on the screen up here. Okay? Now, we've had this van for a year and 5 months. We've never used this screen before. And I had a viewer, and one of the reasons I haven't used this screen before is there's no DVD player, there's no SD slot. I've heard some of the newer models might have an SD slot that you can load movies, but we haven't really had a good way to put any content on this screen, thus we haven't used it. So I had a viewer make a suggestion, and they said, hey, you can get one of these. And this is the HDMI cable adapter from Lightning to HDMI. This is an Apple branded cable. They do make some other ones you can get on Amazon, some third-party ones, but they had pretty mixed reviews. So I decided to spring for the Apple branded one. I will put a link to this in the description. But in effect, this is pretty simple. I have the van on already, and we're going to use this HDMI port down here. So I'm going to plug one end of my HDMI cable into the HDMI port there, and the other end I'm going to go ahead and plug into my phone. So let me go ahead and get that plugged in really quick. All right, I have this plugged into my phone. I just have YouTube pulled up here, and I'm going to go ahead and open the screen up top. Now, you can see that it is in vertical mode, which is what I'm in right now. But let's go ahead and play a video and then see what happens up top. So I'll just click my Sienna hybrid. Now you'll notice it says connected to AirPlay, and now everything is playing up on the screen, right? You can see a couple ads playing on the screen right now. And so now the video is starting to play, and again, well, you can kind of see there that the video is playing in widescreen, which is perfect. That's exactly what you want, but I can still control it from my phone. Now, I've tested this from both the iPad as well as the phone, and both of them work totally fine. One of the biggest differences with the phone to the iPad is which ports you're going to need to keep the phone or the iPad charged while you're using it. So if you want to use a phone, you can use one of these two USB or USB Type-C chargers and plug, a lightning cable into the lightning adapter there. If you want to use an iPad, you have to use the 120 volt and use an actual iPad power adapter. The iPad will not charge off of these. It doesn't have enough juice. Just remember, if you want to use the 120 volt, you are going to have to enable that from the button up front on the dash. Okay, let's get now onto the audio and how that works.
God damn it, just do it already.
Starting up front, if we wanted to play the audio through the speakers in the van, it's pretty easy. You can go up here to audio and then to source, and then you need to change your input or your source to rear. So if we hit rear, it'll say rear HDMI, and I can turn my volume up.
My wife uses it on 3. I often use it on 1, but if you need to have the seats cooled during the summer, they work fantastic. Yep.
Okay, so you can see that the audio will play just fine through there. Now what's cool with this is that I think a lot of you aren't going to want to play that audio through the speakers because you might want to listen to something else. Like maybe you want to listen to a podcast or something or music up front while the kids are watching a movie or something like that in the back.
Winning!
And so I'm going to show you how the audio works for that. All right, first, you're going to obviously put your source back to whatever you want, right? Maybe it's Bluetooth, maybe it's FM radio, maybe it's XM. Whatever that is, you're going to put your source back to whatever you want, right? My wife and I typically just play Bluetooth audio, which is fine. So put your source back to something that's not the rear HDMI, and then we're going to head on back to the back again. This is still playing up on the screen there. My phone is, locked at this point, right? But it's still playing just fine, which is cool. Now, to get audio in the back, this is probably what most of us are going to do. This is what we've been doing so far. We're using these wireless headphones that came with the van. Once you get the battery installed, or the batteries, it takes 2 AAA batteries installed. I found you need to have it on the A position right there. Make sure you turn the volume up so that you can hear, and then turn the power on. And when you do, you're going to start getting audio out of these speakers. So I don't know if you can hear it. And overall, really no complaints about the handling or performance of this van. We're pretty happy with it overall.
Did you hear that?
So hopefully you could hear that. The audio comes through these perfectly. Here's what I like about this setup. The kids can play movies, whatever, on their iPhone or through the iPad when we're on road trips, stuff like that. They can listen to those with these headphones. We have 2 sets of headphones, one for each kid, which works great. And then my wife and I can listen to a podcast or something else up front, something totally different.
Your kids are horrible. The worst!
I would say the biggest downside with this setup is there's some cables, right? There's some there's an HDMI cable and stuff. Overall, it works pretty good. Like, we've been pretty happy with it so far. So thanks to my viewers for suggesting that. Again, I'll put a link in the description to the lightning adapter that I'm using for this. Works absolutely perfect, no complaints. So looks like we're going to get to use our screen after all. Anyway, that's it. Please throw questions, comments down below. If you found this helpful, please consider subscribing. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.